All right. Uh, Welcome back, everyone, to another episode of Paranoid. I am one of your hosts, John, and
I'm the other host, Spooky Lukey.
it's been a while. I don't remember how we do this.
It's been a while. We sing it first.
It's been a while.
It's been a
Uh,
while.
I think this is episode 8, as far as we know.
As far as the count goes on the old Apple Podcast.
Cool. All right. Hopefully, it's
Right.
accurate.
Yeah.
uh, so we wanted to talk about a few things today that have been going on. All of the things we're going to be talking about have already happened, and some are still ongoing. Um, but we haven't been able to record. We haven't been
Yeah.
able to line up our schedules lately. So some things have been going on in the background, and we'd like to just chat about them today a little bit.
Definitely. Definitely. Yeah, they say news moves fast, and I would say like the paranormal news moves faster because we in this time that we've both been trying to make it work on our schedules. There've been some things that have definitely developed and changed and evolved and got even moved on from. So we'll have to deep dive here.
Yeah, yeah. There's a bit of news we want to share with you guys today. So I guess we could just dive right in, right?
Should we hit it?
All right.
Boom.
Oh.
Dang, that was sick. I don't even think I've seen that before. It's been so long. I don't
Yeah,
remember if
yeah,
I've even
yeah.
seen that.
I barely remember it. Thank you to our producer Steven tonight for punching the buttons for us. So
That was
yeah,
good. That was good.
we yeah, that was great. So we have a bit of Three Eye Atlas news. I don't know if you guys are bored of this or not, but I am. I'm very fascinated still. Since it could be anything at this point still, as far as we
Hmm.
know. Um,
If by you guys you mean me and my symbiote from
yeah.
space, yeah, we are enjoying this
All
for
right
sure
then.
still.
We're set then. We're set.
Yeah.
Okay. So there's a couple updates, important updates that we missed during our time off. So I wanted to bring them up. One of these updates happened on October 30th, and this is when the object known as Three Eye Atlas was the closest, or did its closest approach to the sun,
Hmm.
and it had a few things that happened that don't usually happen when a comet or a celestial body goes towards the sun. So um, it got brighter as it got closer, which can happen. That's fine.
Hmm.
But it got bluer, like the color spectrum that it emitted shifted towards blue. And normally, celestial bodies like comets and asteroids and things like that, not I guess not asteroids, but whatever,
Sure.
rocky bodies that are floating through space. Normally, they shift to red from
Yeah.
from from the reflection of the sun and the heat from the composition of the elements. So this thing shifted blue, which
Yeah.
is not normal, not
Hmm.
normal. And the last thing it did was it got faster, which is also very uncharacteristic of.
Uncommon.
Yeah, it's just not something a floating object does in space. And it was and from what I've been watching, China is not part of the International Space Station group that the US has. They're
Correct. Yeah.
independent, you know,
Yeah.
and they had been reporting that this object was siphoning like a jet stream out of the sun, or either shooting or
There was like
sucking it up,
a contact point, like a connection point with it.
like it was doing something. And I remember
Yeah.
seeing in other videos that the sun had developed like some sort of, not a black hole, but like this dark spot, and it had been growing. And I don't know what, I haven't checked in the last few days what's going on, but the last I checked that it had been getting bigger, which is
Yeah.
really concerning. Um,
I think too, just something to reiterate about this whole thing is that this is an interstellar object. Like this isn't, a piece of, metal or rock from our solar system. So this is the third one ever, as we've said before, but always something to keep on mind as this thing does, shift and alter and change form a bit, because it is very unique in that sense, and why it causes so much, I think, attention too, which is crazy. It's just crazy.
No, yeah, it's a lot, but this isn't something we normally see out in space, and it's acting
Hmm.
like nothing has ever, like nothing we've ever witnessed in space like that. So that's the first update that I thought was interesting to bring up, and there's another update that happened very recently,
Oh, let
and
me
this
let
is
me ask let me ask you
oh yeah,
this
yeah.
really quick though about the color change. So was that the composition of the material, like, being that they said it is more potentially like metallic in nature? Is it producing a different color because it is letting off gases in a different form? Dude, my brain's not even smart enough to like know how to talk about it. But just the
So
fact that it is a color
yeah,
change, and I am aware enough to know that this is a unique color that it is putting off. So is that what it was? It was speculated around the color and the composition?
so the questions you're asking are the same questions everyone else is asking. No one
Mhm.
knows because we
Yeah.
don't know what the composition is. We don't know what it's
True. I
emitting. We
guess
don't know
I
what
guess
it's
still
putting
we
out.
don't even know that yet.
We don't
Yeah.
know. Yeah. But that's the thing. They're saying, well, on average or normally things turn red when they get closer, and this thing is literally shifting the opposite way.
Yeah.
Wi So they don't they I as far as I've read, because 'cause I'm obviously no scientist, but as far as I've read, yeah, there's no explanation,
Yeah.
as to why the color would go to blue rather than what they would expect as red.
They
Um,
say that maybe it's like a nickel based metal that could potentially put off color like that. But again, very unique for an object like that. That's particularly probably supposed to be like ice and rock for the most part. So that is, again, pointing back to all of these things, like very unique and very strange. So
right. And not only the color change, but I mean, that is concerning, but more so than that, I would think the change in speed,
hmm.
which sort of points to there being an artificial engine or like something that's propelling it forward,
Yeah.
which again is not normal.
I
Um,
mean, dude, if you like the video that so China captured that, China's like space program captured that video of it on the backside of what is it called? Like Periphalon, is that the name of the sun? Like the kind of OG name? I've heard that used in reference to the sun before, but I'm not totally up on
no,
my
I think that's where like it's closest to the sun in from where we can see it or something. I'm not entirely sure. I don't know if the
Oh,
producer
okay.
wants to chime in or not. He might be
I,
good.
I I guess just that video though of it that close to the sun, and it does look like it has this weird, like sinewy kind of connection point, like actually to
Yeah,
the surface.
and
Dude,
the
if you watch
sun,
that, you gotta just be like, man, this isn't a comet. This
dude.
is
And while you're looking at that, the sun itself doesn't even look like the sun itself looks like a living organic thing, like
yeah,
pumping life out. Like it doesn't even look like a ball of fire in the sky. Like I don't know, man.
yeah. I guess it's yeah, I guess just plasma E, the way it was captured with their satellite kind of imagery or whatever. Maybe it just registers like that, but it does. That's a very like unsettling video. I mean, if you really like kind of put that together and clock it, that is I mean, is there any record of comets just getting a gas fuel up at the sun? I mean, it looks like
That
it's just
yeah,
getting a pit stop. It's
and the
weird.
size of the item too, like how big the sun is next to it, like
Yeah.
that thing is huge.
Yeah, the scale is definitely weird on that for sure.
I mean, the sun
Yeah,
is
meaning that the object
yeah,
is massive as we've read about too. So good
right.
grief, dude. Take us into this other update, which
All
to
right.
me was the one that blew my gourd, dude.
Yeah, so this one's cool. So on November 22nd, we got these images that basically show 3-eye atlas with like layers of light that sort of give off the impression and the shape of something that's channeling light or energy in
Hmm.
that resembles or that could possibly resemble a Dyson sphere. Um, which the Dyson sphere, for folks that don't know, it's a theory that Freeman Dyson came up with in 1960 that suggested um, basically there's this artificial structure that would basically encapsulate or cover a star or something like a star to siphon energy, or basically like imagine solar panels but
Yeah.
around the sun.
Mhm.
So in a way to harvest that energy all the way through for whatever, because the civilization, I don't know, we should actually go into this too. There's like different types of civilizations, like we're like number one or number zero or one, and it goes to five depending on like
Oh, man.
technology and all this stuff. We'll
We'll have to touch on
mark
that.
that down. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, I'm
That's
gonna
actually a
mark
good.
that.
Let's do a whole ep on that. It would be cool.
Yeah,
um
that's killer.
but anyway, so the Dyson sphere would be needed for an advanced civilization to um, produce enough energy, in this case, to maybe travel the stars, or whatever power,
Yeah,
whatever they need to power.
for sure.
Um, so that's freaking crazy. And I don't know if you know the image I'm talking about, but it's like this. It's the latest one. If you look up November 22nd AI Atlas image, and it basically looks like a big star with like almost like a big T, like a lowercase t, like a even all around, and it just
Yeah.
looked like a big thing emitting light and dust, and it looks like something that could be a structure. I don't know. Um,
Yeah, it does have kind of a structured look to it. Yeah, what I thought, yeah, was kind of like interesting about that shape is like what you said exactly, that it has this connection to the Dyson sphere. That actually wasn't the update that I was thinking of though.
oh, what were
Which,
you thinking of? What did I
dude, I
say?
was no, no, you nailed it. So you covered all the bases, but the one that I was thinking of
Y-
was the image, or video image of Atlas shooting off the ice particles from its like bow. Like it looks like it's from like the starboard side of its bow, like it's like releasing these like long beams of ice out of the back of it. It was also on October 30th, back on our chat that we were sharing that.
But did we talk about that? Was it like the piece of the ship breaking off, like into
Yeah,
three
but
little
it's like
pieces
the
or four little
it's
pieces?
like the 16 or 17 different pieces that come off of that. Did we cover that
I don't
back
think we
on our
did.
last episode? I don't know. But that was another great, just again, like another scenario of it
Oh,
doing something very transformative. A lot of it was said that it was ice, most likely, the way that ice does like break off of comets in that sense. But if you look at this video that was captured of it, um, it looks like they are kind of like single file down the line. This thing has
like
this
they're
kind of
following each
long,
other.
yeah, it's kind of like following it down like a channel across like the side of it, across one side of it. It just looks very like in uniform, like it's like jettisoning. I mean, dude, if we're going from our world, it looks like jettisoning escape pods from the side of a ship
Sure.
or
Right.
something.
Right. Right. But it
Um,
stays at speed with the vessel. Like it's like
yeah, yeah.
these little pieces break off, but they're still all going at the same speed
It's
together.
very, yeah, very strange, movements, very unique. I mean,
Okay, I think I
maybe
saw
this is the first time I've paid, attention to an object like this in real time. The other two interstellar objects that had passed through were before our time,
that.
essentially,
Sure. Yeah.
or before our time to be aware enough to like record it
Before
with
the
a friend and
internet.
talk about it. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. So, man, I just am so intrigued by this object, and I know a lot of, what is said about it now. Is it with the government open back up too, like NASA's now giving us a little bit more information about just like, it's just a comet. But I feel like it's
Yeah.
not good enough. I feel like it's too weird
China
still.
begs to differ, dude. Yeah. China's saying
Yeah,
it's
there's
not, and they're freaking out about it. So there's
there's
definitely
there's a
something
there's a
they're not
yeah,
telling us.
there's a lot of contrasting opinions out there, at the professional level and at the academic level that might counter what we say about it. So,
Yeah, but we'll see. So this is like still a developing thing. Apparently, it's still back on its way to us or close to us. So
mhm.
I guess we'll talk about it again at some point, as things progress.
So
Um,
tell me real quick about on its way back to us. Like, when do we think we're gonna see it? Like, when could, like, I guess someone, if they had access to the right equipment, like potentially see it in
so
our view?
uh, the thing about seeing it, I'm not sure. I have no idea about that.
Oh, okay.
But from what I had read, it was going to be coming back next year. So
Mm.
after the new year, I don't remember the date now, but from what I assume, it's like I don't know. I don't want to say the wrong month and it not be that. I don't know. But I did read a story about it that's slipping my mind now completely. That said it is coming back. If Ramu was here, he would be screaming at me. He'll listen to this later and scream at me, I'm sure. But we'll talk about it later, and
Yeah.
we'll come back to this because I don't know exactly when that date is. Hopefully, we'll talk about it before it's actually here or before it blows us all up or whatever it's going to do.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. We
So
yeah
we
we
can.
might have we might have some merch based around this object in space
Oh
too. This is
yeah, we need it. Yeah, it'd be
this
fun.
one's this one's got all of the juices flowing in all the right ways.
Yeah,
It's crazy, man. I mean, I think until this thing crumbles up into a teeny little speck of ice, we're gonna be talking about it. So
yeah, absolutely. But that's it for now on Three Eye Atlas. As far as I have, I don't know if you have anything else to add.
no,
Um,
that's great. That's perfect.
cool. Um, cool. I guess the next thing we want to talk about is something that was requested by a buddy of ours who happens to be the producer
Mm.
tonight. Um, do we have intro music for this, for it, like for the next story, or is it just not?
We could slap
Stevie,
we
is there
could
something
slap them
there?
with that case files thing.
All right, cool. That worked.
That bumper video is
The video's dope.
unhinged.
The music's dope. Yeah, it's funny.
The one guy running and then he turns into two. That's like us when two
It's
become
just
one.
when one become two. All right. So this is a story from back in March 2025. Apparently, in the pyramids in Egypt, they had found these like tubular, um, cylindrical pillars that went like way down below the pyramids, and there's been a million videos about it and comments and opinions and things on it because people don't really know what the hell it is. Some people think it's like an energy storing system or like some sort of energy siphoning or collecting system. Um, so um, so these cylinders are like tubes and they go miles deep,
Yeah.
and apparently it's in all the pyramid chambers. And producer Steven, do you mind popping photo one up? So they had done scans, and it showed here's like the evidence of
This is like
the
the resonance imaging kind of stuff, right?
yeah,
Yeah.
it looks like thermal or something. I'm not sure, but it's
Mm.
like resonated images. I think it says down there somewhere. It's a little blurry, but so these were images that were taken, which clearly shows there's structures in this open space in
Yeah.
this cavernous space, um, which are these massive, massive, massive pillars that
Yeah.
are, as far as we know, we have no clue, and they're brand new to us. But no one's ever seen these before.
Yeah, man. I
Um,
mean, that's another piece of the puzzle for sure. I mean, those structures, as deep as they go, I mean, I think I saw like somebody say that they're almost as tall as like what the pyramid would be on the exterior. Like they go just so far down.
no, they're deeper. So
Yeah. Oh, so
image
deeper
two.
than the actual height of the pyramid. Yeah, that's
Yeah, yeah.
insane.
Image two, Stevie, if you could. Apparently, they're all connected, and they go miles down. So yeah, so this is like, what was the initial graph that they were filming, or that they
Oh my
did with like, oh,
god.
these are all the tunnels that go below, but this doesn't show them connected. There's some chambers, and there's some tunnels going down to other chambers, and Stevie, image three, if you please could.
I
So
actually
here,
hold up. Well,
so check this out. So in
oh
this
my
image, it shows all the
gosh.
pillars and all these like chambers that connect to it, and there's basically all this stuff underground. There's water systems, there's passages. Um,
See,
let's
this
look at it.
image though, like this actually makes me just feel better about the whole thing because this as like massive as a scale as this is, like underground, I think just because it's illustrated in the same color as everything else that it looks more man-made.
It looks less
Where the
alien, right?
yeah,
Yeah,
the
yeah, yeah.
previous
It
image
looks
with
less
the
threatening, dude.
yeah, The weird like twist, the weird like
Yeah,
xenomorph
like the
twisty slides
tubular.
down to the hot box, like just looks way too freaking scary, dude.
Yeah, that looks like more more
That's some weird ass
more
Hellraiser
precise,
shit I don't want to know
more alien.
about.
Yeah, that's like the
Yeah,
depths of hell.
just alien Hellraiser. But the other Image 3, that see that, that's more palatable. That looks all right to
But
me.
while it does look a little calming to have it in this color, this illustration, it looks like a book we're used to from elementary school. Look at
Yeah,
the size of these
it's
things. These
massive.
the chambers are like twice as tall as the
Yeah.
pyramids, and all of these like these chambers that they show in the center here, it's about the size of the base of the pyramids. They're
Yeah.
huge.
Yeah, totally.
So I
Yeah,
don't,
that
what the
that
hell?
that is, I mean, it is definitely concerning for sure still, even though I mean,
Oh,
does look different here, but oh,
so,
that's
so
weird.
also, so apparently, what they're saying is that, what they think is saying that a previous civilization had built these structures underneath.
Okay.
So like imagine the pyramids aren't there. These
Mhm.
civilizations, whether they're alien or not, who knows? They build these
Mhm.
structures, these chambers, these structures, these pillars, whatever. And what they're saying is basically that like the Egyptians covered up these things so they wouldn't either so they wouldn't be found or so they wouldn't or people wouldn't discover them or whatever. So they
Mm.
built these massive pyramids. But which is weird though, because the pyramids are all like mathematically lined up with like
Yeah.
constellations and stars and stuff, and maybe that has to do with that, with something deep in the ground. I don't know,
Sure,
but
sure.
apparently this whole structure system underneath the pyramids is about 38,000 years old.
Hmm. Okay.
So that already rewrites history a little bit
Totally.
because
Oh man.
there's only so
So,
many thousands. Yep.
I mean, to what end though, I guess. I mean, okay, so that's kind of the real answer, I guess, is like maybe it is um I mean, maybe it is just like a more advanced concept of what they had those so you're saying those are older than the pyramids? Like those structures are older than
Yes.
the pyramid structures?
Correct.
Okay.
Correct.
So it's not just like that's just an extension of like how advanced the Egyptian civilization was. This has a connection to that part of the earth before those pyramid structures were built in place.
That's what they're saying. Obviously, I
Yeah.
don't know, and I don't know if anyone really knows, but apparently, it seems like those structures were made by an advanced civilization,
Mhm.
and then the Egyptians, whether they knew it or not, they covered it up. But again, like I said, the pyramids are so specifically placed that you would think they are connected, or
Some
maybe they were
connection to
guided
them.
to like, hey,
Yeah.
build this here, and
Yeah.
then maybe they not knowingly like they're protecting this thing, not knowing that they're building the structure
I
guided
mean,
by other
some
people.
sort of
Who knows?
like divine intervention kind of thing to have them
I don't
build
know.
there,
Yeah,
like you said,
yeah.
Yeah.
So much
So
mystery.
what's crazy, that would be to my opinion would be the one end of the speculation as far as like probably the most grounded reasoning of like, well, the civilization just built on top of another one that was more ancient, as wild as that even is, like that's super duper wild. The
But
other
that's
end of
common
that,
too, though.
yeah, yeah,
For
exactly.
one
It's
civilization to build on the ruins of another is pretty typical for humans to
wild but
do.
not unheard of.
Yeah, yeah. Complete no, no, no,
So
yeah, there's evidence of that all over the world, but,
what's the other end of that to me gets into all the fun stuff. So what's your other end of that? Like the wild.
like, what do I
Of,
think? Like, what do I
yeah, what would
imagine?
you like when you saw that break and you're just like, man, I knew it. Aliens, cats that built
I'm
the pyramids that are
Cats
spaceships
and
now.
aliens, dude. Yeah, I mean, there's so many theories. I mean, I would like to think it's something like an alien race, like the
Mhm.
Anunnaki or, type of
Sure.
thing, the Vril. I don't know. I don't know who's in charge
Crazy
of what.
Stargate thing or
I don't
something.
know. Yeah, something
Kurt
like
Russell
that.
comes flying out with some cool beret. He had the beret,
He did have the
much like John
beret. Yeah.
John Walker.
Yeah. Yep. Uh, I yeah, I Yeah, I don't know. I'd like to know what those things do, because I don't know.
Yeah.
Are they, do they produce energy? Is it some sort of like hidden technology that we're unaware of now? From generations ago, millennia ago.
That was yeah,
I don't know.
that was another one that I read too, was that it, maybe it was some sort of like energy system or like energy containment system. Like it could, harness whether it was like being able to like hold high frequencies just in the earth,
It's like a battery or
vibrations
something.
from the earth. Yeah, as like a battery. Um, to then maybe speculate like again, yeah, how advanced they actually were. The Egyptian
Yeah,
civilization. So
and that's the thing. So I don't know if it's the Egyptians, or if it's a race before them, or aliens, or
yeah.
giants. I don't know. There's
I like the idea though of like the two different civilizations being connected somehow. Like the idea that they built in that specific spot again, like that spot underground, either it was underground at one time or it wasn't, but they still built under the constellations the same way that the Egyptians, as we know, did and used for the reasons we know that we've been able to learn about. So that would be
or
cool
or
if
maybe the
two
Egyptians.
civilizations were connected in that way.
But maybe the Egyptians didn't build anything at all. Maybe these people did build the structure underneath, and then they're like, "All right, we're going to cap it with these pyramids, so people think it's the pyramids that they have to look at, and not." And then the Egyptians are like, "Hey, we claim this.
Yeah,
We're here. No one's here. It's us. So must be
true.
us. We built it somehow." Because they were saying too, under the Sphinx, there's another chamber too, like same as this stuff, same as like all
Mhm.
these pyramids. And I don't know. There's sphinxes all over the world. It's not just that one.
Well, yeah, that's was going to be my next question. Where there are like different pyramid structures in different parts of the world. A lot in South America, of course, that we know of,
There's
and
a ton in. Yep,
some that are even more recent. But then there's a couple like there's one in like Iowa, I think, or somewhere in the Midwest.
dude.
Like
They're
that is like the structure of it is very
yeah.
symmetrical and pyramid like. And I wonder if they've done any imaging or had anybody build off of this further where they've been able to look at those
Oh,
underground and
like
see.
go look at the other ones.
Yeah, and see if it has a similar
Oh wow,
underground structure there or
that would be
something.
a good. That's a good question. They should do the same test they did in Egypt, in like the Inca
Yeah.
area, or like the Maya. I don't know, the Central America, South America, because there's also apparently there's pyramids in Antarctica.
Mhm.
From what they say. I don't know.
Yeah,
In
I've
Asia.
also seen like the Google, yeah, there's like a couple Google Earth images of there's like two in Antarctica that are I mean, there's snow covering them for the most part, but they
But
look
they're
very
they're there,
symmetrical
dude.
in shape, dude. I
They look
mean,
they look pyramid-esque, yeah.
they look like a pyramid to me. So,
Yeah, yeah. So
that's a that's an interesting connection point too. Like if those are around the Earth and those are arranged in a certain position to further have a connection to the star system. It's all the good
I don't know,
tenets of
man.
a sweet movie, dude.
That's what I'm saying. I don't know. It is very interesting. I'm sure we're gonna get more of it
Mhm.
as we go, because it is a thing that like showed up this year, and it's
So that
pretty
was
hot.
2025. That's crazy. I
March,
mean,
yeah.
geez, dude.
It
God,
was
this
like
year has
what,
had
like
so much in it.
it's not even
Um,
over. Yeah.
Totally. Yeah, totally. There's still time for Three Eye Atlas to surprise us, I guess.
Yeah.
Um,
No, yeah, yeah. That thing's coming back. Yeah.
mhm.
Um. So yeah, that's all I had on this. I just wanted to bring it up to calm Steven's curiosities a bit, and
I like it.
obviously this is still developing too.
Yep.
Um, so if there's any news, we can bring it back and chat about it more.
I think
Because
that's
it's
what's great about most of the mysteries in the world are I mean a lot of them kind of are still ongoing things. And we're gonna have our dear boy Brian on here at some point too to talk about Bigfoot, but there's
yes.
constantly new developments in that world too. And
I was gonna
honestly,
say
dude, those things that you and Raimi have shared recently were total dude, and
there's
I'm
so
from the
much.
world of I'm like Harry and the Henderson's neighbor, you know what I'm saying, up here in the
Yeah.
Northwest. Those were mind-blowing videos. Those were
There's
crazy.
new stuff coming out. There's like a female Sasquatch video.
Dude,
Uh,
that one was
uh, uh, the
maddening.
the Bigfoot cave where there's like
Yeah.
bones in it and stuff. Like So there's some material there. We're gonna have plenty to talk about by the time Brian shows up.
Yeah,
We have
yeah.
we have a few things to read through and look
We'll
at.
have that one loaded up for Bigfoot. But yeah, I mean, just these, like, anomalies that exist on Earth, and these things that we totally don't have answers to seem to be continuing. Like this pyramid thing's a great example of that. Like, we have so much to learn about this.
Yeah,
This thing can
it's
totally unearth and have some. Oh, you know what? Okay, touching on this, um, there was an article that you put in the thread, that there's like an archaeology department at one of the universities in Egypt, that are responsible for all these like great unearthings, and he said in 2026 they're going to release a surprise that will change the course of the history of Earth. Did you see that?
great.
Maybe
No,
maybe Rami sent that.
it might have been Raimi. Yeah.
Yeah. The like head archaeologist of this department at this university said in 2026, and it's real, bam. Like, it was a real it was a real article. It wasn't a wacky Instagram page. Said that he's gonna drop some heat in
Uh,
2026.
cool. There's something to look
So
forward to.
yeah, so that's kind of sweet.
Little end of the world action.
Yeah. You know what though?
Cool.
It's something that we missed in 2025 that would have been fun to catch on wax, but now has since been debunked, is the symbiote from space.
Ah,
That
man,
one that was in South America, man. We never actually got to
almost.
talk about that on a pod, but that was a
We
fun
did talk
little
about it.
story to. Oh, I guess we was that the last episode we did. We
We
got
brought
to
it up
do
a
a little
couple times, I
news.
think.
Did we
Yeah.
really?
Yeah. But like, yeah, it was like it was a
Wait a
baby
minute.
and then it developed a little and that was it. But we never like this would have been an episode to talk about it, but we didn't.
Yeah.
I guess it's
Yeah.
over. It was fake.
I guess
Um,
so. I guess so.
I didn't see any more about it. I don't
It
know.
was really
I,
promising though. God, man.
yeah, that's a bummer.
It was like we got up
I
to the
mean, I
point
mean,
where
it's you.
he let it loose. Yeah, no, for sure. Because the last
He
we
left
saw,
it in
he
a
like
fish
let it
tank or
loose into
something.
like a water reservoir.
Yeah, like in a public water
He like
system.
dumped it into a public water system. But God,
Uh,
good on that guy, dude. What a creative cat to like throw that at everybody in
yeah,
2025. That
that
was
that
pretty
was a roller
funny.
coaster. He like
Yeah.
I got beat up. The people try to steal it and this and that.
Yeah.
Or people are calling me and banging on my door. It's like, dude,
Well, and
none
the
of that
footage was
happened.
great too, man. I mean, he did it right. He
It
he
was
just had us
suspenseful.
all he had us all sitting there for a minute. I was showing my parents that and stuff too. They're getting all worried.
They're like, what the fuck? All right. I guess that's it on the pyramid chat. If we have more, we'll definitely bring it up again. Um,
Oh yeah.
and I guess we're gonna do a little from the vault action. Oh wait, we have a bumper for this. Oh, all right. So
Yeah.
so 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 there's this story I read recently. That happened in Argentina. It was like a sort of like a ghostly story, ghostly night visitor type story. So I'm just gonna
Yeah.
read it to you guys. It's kind of weird, kind of creepy.
Hey, wait. Before
Uh,
you get
yeah.
started, can I say that, just so I don't forget this, I do have a story, also, and it is one of Korean tradition,
Oh,
and it's really spooky. And I'll do it on the tail end of this. But we'll go two
okay.
little stories tonight.
Cool. Two stories.
It's a
Great.
good one.
That
It's a
works.
weird one.
Yeah. Okay. Sick. All right. Okay. So this one's called the Maria Elodia Pretzel Incident of 1968, and basically it's labeled the Night Visitor, and so it goes.
Oh,
In June, yeah, already. In June of 1968, at La Cuesta Motel near Villa Carlos Paz in Argentina, 19-year-old Maria Elodia Pretzel, guess she's German, reported encountering a tall, blonde, blue-suited humanoid carrying a glowing crystal orb in a ring. Her father noticed a strange red light outside while driving along the Route 20 prior to Maria's encounter with the being at home. Maria went to the kitchen and found that a considerable amount of light was pouring into the hallway. There, she saw the being emitting a small ray of light from its fingertips, and it spoke in a melodic foreign language. Um, a calming telepathic message as Maria became weak and collapsed onto the bed until the figure
Oh,
withdrew with the orb. Uh,
whoa.
and and apparently the orb went dark and the motel door opened and closed on its own as it left. Um,
What?
so apparently, yeah, it came in and it came out. The door opened for it, like it opened itself, and the guy
Yeah.
floated out. I guess. It says her father and family physician vouched for the girl's character and mental stability, although no verified physical evidence was recovered. Unofficial accounts mentioned traces of radioactivity in the carport area.
Weird.
Investigators, yeah, investigators later tied the case to a broader 1968 Argentine UFO wave and noticed a thematic similarity in the region's encounters involving a tall humanoid in a blue suit, leaving the event as one of the country's more enduring and enigmatic CE3 reports.
Huh.
It says Dr. Hugo Vagioni knows the young woman well, as he is the Pretzel family physician, concluded finding her mental and physical stability sound. The doctor can find no reason for deception or hallucination. And it says, quote, it was though he himself rose into the air and remained suspended, unquote.
Hmm.
And again, she claims that she could hear in the recesses of her mind a message that repeated, don't be afraid. And this was in Cordoba, Argentina, 1968.
Whoa. So,
A little
alien?
creepy.
Do you think it's alien, or is it like a another dimension kind of cat? I mean, that kind of looks like
Well,
David Bowie.
it does look
Did
like
she just go to a David Bowie concert?
a Starman, dude. Yeah, 1968. I don't know.
Yeah, no, it's a
I don't
little
know if he was around
before
then.
him.
It's a
No,
little
it was a
early. Yeah.
little before his time, but yeah, that's crazy. That is a weird that's a weird happenstance. That's odd.
Did he show the second image? I was reading the whole time. I don't know if he.
No,
Yeah. Oh, there it is.
that's the one. That is
So
so
yeah.
cool.
So he had like this ring that sort of resembles Doctor Strange's sling ring thing, like where
Sheesh.
like it's a ring that goes across your knuckles a little bit,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
And apparently that with that hand he was emitting light out of his fingertips, and
Yeah.
then in his left hand he had this orb, which you know what resembles the freaking Boogosphere a little bit.
Kind of, yeah. Yeah,
You
yeah,
know,
yeah. The Bugis,
like
yeah,
a
totally. And that was Colombia that was
that
discovered?
was in Colombia, yeah,
Yeah,
Buga, Colombia, yeah.
for sure, for sure.
But yeah, it looks like it's an orb that lights up in his hand. Dude looks like
Absolutely.
he's floating. He's got like freaking things coming out of his feet.
So he
Little floating
was
thing.
like she was able to determine that he was like humanoid in nature, like in the face, like the details it said.
Yeah, so apparently it was a tall, blonde,
Yeah.
blue suited humanoid. So like
Yeah.
a what are those dudes called?
The
The,
gray
the,
or not the
the
grays, the
no,
Nordics or whatever.
the Nordics, dude. Yeah, it's like
Yeah,
the
dude.
blonde aliens.
Yeah.
The
It
Nordic,
was just
dude.
some ski dude from Austria on vacation.
He's just lost, dude. He's like trying to get to Patagonia,
Can't find my
Córdoba.
hotel.
Yeah, where's the payphone?
Sven got drunk and got lost.
Yeah, yeah, he's in a blue ski suit.
Yeah.
I don't know, man.
That's crazy though. I
It's
mean that
crazy.
is the description, the image description is really really cool. It straight up looks like something be cool to like replicate for a graphic for
Yeah, dude.
I just see
Make a
that stuff. I'm like merch.
make
Let's
a
go
shirt out of that, dude.
merch.
Yeah,
Yeah, dude,
dude. A little
exactly.
paranoid with the dude in the
Just a
orb and the
little PA in the corner and just that graphic
yeah,
would be
dude.
actually really sick.
Check that one off. Yeah.
That's dude. That's a really cool story. Yeah, and I like the tie into like the possible like Boogosphere, which actually looks about the same size. Like the orb that they've now had. You know, we've seen it. They did all those tests on it to like kind of carbon date it and check its
Yeah.
authenticity. It looks about the size of like a handheld ball almost.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Yeah.
very
Who
cool.
knows, man? Who knows?
That's
Let's hear this
crazy.
this Korean
Okay,
story you got.
I might have mentioned this before. So this is a South Korean and Japanese urban legend. So both countries lay claim to this, which is really cool and also kind of even scarier, like when you hear what it is. So this is called the elevator ritual or the elevator game, and it's a urban legend where players go to a specific building in their respective country and follow a specific sequence of elevator button presses. For example, like 4, 2, 6, 2, and you kind of go to these sequential levels. Um, and the idea is that you're supposedly able to travel to another dimension with a potential visitor that you meet along the way. So the requirement is that you enter a building with at least 10 floors and no other people in the elevator with you. The sequence goes like this: you start on the first floor, you press the fourth, stay on the elevator during all of this. The doors open, you let them close, and you just keep going. You press the fourth floor opens, keep going. Press the second floor, go to second floor. Press 10th, go to 10th. Press fifth, go to fifth. When you press the fifth floor, when a mysterious woman gets in on the fifth floor, it says in caps, "Do not look at her or speak to her. She's a spirit and she will," this is PA, "she will fuck you up." The If you don't look at her, then you press the first floor button. The twist is, if it's done correctly, the elevator might not open to the first floor, or the woman might try to keep you in the other world, trapping you forever. The origin, it started in East Asian urban legends in South Korea, Japan, and it is linked to the ability to travel to another world. And yeah, dude, I just thought that was like a really like weird, like, dude, urban legends are like, Bloody Mary, and you just don't look in a mirror because you'll get iced. But what do you think of that? Oh,
Oh, my bad. I was muted, dude. Okay, so
okay.
what I was saying was I don't know about this because it's like let's go have a little spooky fun, but a lady might trap you in a parallel dimension and you'll
Yes,
never get
this
out.
this one has like high risk, little reward, I feel
There's no
like.
reward. Yeah.
The only
What's the
the only
reward?
reward is that you potentially get to see like the elevator door open and you look at another dimension.
Oh,
And it
you'll
doesn't
look.
say,
You don't go.
I mean, you might, but wouldn't you be
Like
scared to get off of
Peacemaker.
that elevator?
I
Like
wouldn't.
what
I wouldn't even. No.
like what yeah, that's what
Yeah.
I'm
I
saying.
wouldn't go.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So I mean, I wouldn't even do the sequence, let alone get to the
I would
first
watch a
floor and then
video. I would watch a video of someone trying that. That's how far I would go in
yeah,
terms of
yeah.
doing something like that.
Can you
Hell no.
imagine how, I mean, of course, so outlandish, the whole thing in nature, but like, can you imagine if you were doing it with your buddies and you were all just silly and you're like, let's go do this, and you go to the building and then a lady gets in on that fifth floor and
My
obviously in your mind you're like, this can't be real, dude. This is not happening. And she looks totally normal, but then you catch a glance and then she just teleports you away forever. Ever.
bro, I don't want that.
That's
I don't want to do
insane.
that.
That is
I mean, I
insane.
I could imagine at some point in my younger days being with like 3 or 4 buddies, like, "Yo, let's go to this abandoned thing and try this thing out." And
Yeah.
then, yeah, what I mean, what would you do? Yeah, what if a lady? Because if there's not supposed to be anyone in the build, oh, is that the thing? People are still around in the building, like it's like a working hotel,
Well,
or
dude, it's actually it's kind of interesting because it just says nobody else can be on the elevator with you. Like the whole thing, like you have to start the sequence over if at some point, like say you
someone
get
gets
from
in
the
and
fourth
out.
floor and then somebody gets on, then it fucks up the sequence and you have to start it
Oh, I
over.
see. I see.
I don't know
Okay.
if you have to do it in like a different building after that, but it just says that if somebody interrupts the sequence, then you have to start it over.
Yeah, dude.
Um,
I'm not down for any of that. That sounds fucking terrible.
I feel
Just
like that's a long time to be playing on floors in an elevator where somebody like might not jump on. You know, a building that has 10 floors, I mean, the odds are you're bound to get somebody between all of those floors. So I feel like if you didn't, that alone is kind of special. If you're riding the elevator up and down between all these different floors and that didn't happen.
and no one gets on. Yeah.
I mean, I feel
Well,
like you should be
also
granted the ability to see a portal after that because that's kind of a unique
after
a
the effort.
unique challenge one in its own.
Dude, but if a lady got on after the 5th floor and like, what if it's just coincidence and you're just
That's what
like,
I'm saying. Yeah, yeah.
you freak out and you like run out of the get out of my way, lady.
Totally.
That
Oh, I love that though. I love the concept of that because there's a real like just fear of the unknown with this one, which I think is
totally.
always fun with urban legend stuff.
Oh
And
my
like you
god, dude.
said, it's such a high risk for such a low reward for what you get granted. I mean, I guess what you're granted is the fact that you go, oh, maybe there's like an alternate universe that I got a window into to look at, but the risk is that you get teleported or banished forever from this plane of
You're gone from the
existence.
planet, dude. Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah,
it'd be cool if like you could step in and out or whatever, like a peacemaker type deal where
sure.
you're like, oh, you open the door and it's another
Yeah,
universe. I don't know. I don't know.
like if you
That's
do this, if you do the sequence and then you're granted the ability to kind of look into that world whenever you want or something,
but does that
like
mean
that would be a reward.
the lady doesn't show up then? Like if you do it right, or does she show up regardless? That's the thing. I don't want to
She
encounter the lady.
it sounds like she shows up regardless.
Ah,
It
no,
just
I'm out. Nope,
well,
I'm
you
out.
know what? It says if you encounter a lady on the fifth floor. So maybe
But what
she
are the
doesn't show up every
odds?
time.
I
I mean, probably
nah.
pretty good. I mean, it sounds like she's
Yeah,
pretty
sounds like
entrapping.
she's
Like
on her job, dude. Yeah, she's
she's
on
on her
her
game. No, no, no. It says when a mysterious woman gets in on the fifth floor. So I guess
Yeah,
it's going to
I'm
happen.
I'm out. Nope, I'm
That's
good.
so
Tell
scary.
me how it
Can
went. Yeah.
Okay, so you read these directions. Can you imagine the anticipation before you get to the fifth floor of that happening? You know that's going to happen because you've read these rules and you're playing the game or whatever, and you know that door's going to open and something's going to enter, and it's not going to be from this world. That is
Nah, dude, I'm good.
truly playing with fire. That's
I
so
would have a heart
scary.
attack. Yeah, that's the thing. You die of like fear. You
Yeah,
like no one even shows up. You just die.
it's insane.
I don't want to do that. Yeah, yeah, that
Oh.
sounds too much, dude. That's crazy. That's gnarly.
Maybe next year for New York City Comic Con, we will all do that in an old building together. That'd be kind of sick.
At our hotel at 1 a.m. or something.
For sure, for sure. I'd try it. I'd maybe try it at 1 a.m.
We could have done it at our hotel if we would have done it late night. Yeah, next
Yeah,
time I guess.
next time.
Oh, fuck. Yeah, yeah. I do. All
If I
right.
remember, we're doing it. If I remember, we're gonna do it.
Okay, we'll see. We'll see. Yeah, hopefully not. All right. I guess that's it for tonight's episode. I guess it's a shorty but a goodie.
Mm-hmm.
It
I
wasn't
felt
really
like
long.
we filled it pretty solid.
Yeah, it's a little hour of power.
Mm-hmm.
People can pop this on while they're doing an activity or something, and yeah, um, yeah. Okay, cool. I guess that's that's it for this episode.
That's a solid one, baby.
Yeah. Do you have anything to add?
No, we are gonna get back into the swing of things here. This is us dusting off the mics, but dude, we're trying to get back on regular programming with this because these are fun topics and we like to have fun talking about these
Yeah,
topics.
yeah. And there's more stuff to talk about and more folks to bring on.
Yeah.
So yeah, I guess until next time, I just wanted to say thank you to Stevie for
Yes.
producing tonight.
Guest producer Stevie.
Yeah, and
And good topic, by the way.
yeah, yeah,
Or from
good
producer.
suggestion. Thank
Yeah.
you for that. Luke, where can people find you?
They can follow us at pair_annoyed on the Insta. Dude, just slide into the DMs and give us some ideas for shows too. We love that. Even if we
Yeah,
don't get to it right away, we've compiled a sweet list that we both hang on to, and all of them are worthy topics. So shoot us ideas if anybody out there listening has some cool story from their area or something they've heard along the way. We love it.
yeah, absolutely. Yeah, if you have an idea, if you have a suggestion, if there's a weird story you know about, something we should look into, please let us know. So shoot us a DM or a comment on our one of our videos or one of our posts. Follow us
Hmm.
on Instagram, pair_annoyed. I think we're on the YouTube as well.
Hmm.
Under the Dad Batch Network. So if you can't find us, look for the Dad Batch, and you'll see the pair annoyed little logo there. And yeah, thanks
Yep.
again, everyone, for listening and watching. And we'll Catch you
Watch
on
the skies.
the next. Yeah, watch out for the old lady.
Jump that fifth floor.
Yeah. Peace.